What's up, y'all? Welcome back to MSM Audio. I'm Tim. Thank y'all for tuning in. Today, I'm working in Massive X. Like, this is one of those plugins that, it's just sitting in the stash, not really being used, and not really sure why. Like, Massive X is a great synthesizer, and in thinking about it, just looking at the plugin, to me, it's not very user friendly. There's a lot going on here, but because I like to compare it to Pigments. That's another one of my favorite synthesizers, and that has a lot going on too. But the workflow to me is better. But now having a better understanding of synthesizers and how they work, I'm getting used to this particular workflow. It's very busy, but having a better understanding, like now, I can get more comfortable in using Massive X. But I feel like I left a lot on the table and not using Massive X. I mean, I used to use Massive, the first iteration, a lot early on. And yeah, I'm going to get into Massive X. So um, I found this piano sound. Um, and as I always mention, I love starting with keys and chords. I'm always going to start from keys, synth, or some sort of string. Um, so I'm in Massive X, went to piano keys, and once again, the first preset I landed on sounded pretty good. And the thing I like about Scalar is that, um, you know, there's all kinds of chords that you can create, experiment with, and if you know how to play the keys, you can take it to a whole nother level. Specifically because they give you uncommon chords that aren't typically used, which I experimented with. But this particular sound, this is an E flat minor, I believe. And let's just see how this preset sounds. Oh, I gotta turn it on first. Let's see how this sounds. This is All Hands. And that's the preset. And let me go back now with the chords. Let me just play it with the chords. So with those, I came up with. So I started messing around with the macros here. I changed the timbre. I changed. I think I adjusted the color, and it started to sound more like a guitar. You can it kind of gives you that feel. But let me play the piano, and I added some flanger to it as well. So let's check out how it sounds. Hold on, I gotta turn that scaler off. Turn that scaler off. All right, here we go. And I sped up the tempo too. I was playing it at a much slower tempo, so I sped it up, added a flanger to it, some reverb, and I think I may have added Native Instruments dirt to it also. But this is how it sounds. So it kind of sounds more like a guitar feel, which I liked. And then from there, I wanted to add some strings somehow, not like orchestral, but just in my own way. So I found this pluck string. It's actually a harp sound. Wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but I mean, it sounded Ended up sounding pretty good. Let me see if I can, hold on, let me turn this on first. See if I remember what I played. So something like. So that played in the intro. Let's just see how that sounds together. Now, initially it sounded a little bright for me, and I figured maybe I could filter it, run it through my effects chain. So, I mean, but it sounds okay now, but I don't know if that's where I'm going to leave it. I had something else in mind, but it sounds okay for now. And then, what did I do next? I think I well, at this point, I couldn't really find another sound to complement it. And most times when that happens, if I get stuck at that point, I usually bounce over to Serato, which I did in this case. I bounced over to Serato and found some drum sounds there. I know a lot of people can start from drums. That doesn't typically work for me. Like sometimes it does, but most times it doesn't work for me. So I bounced it out to Serato and I added, some drums. So I'll just play the kick right now. All right, and then I found this snare in Serato, right? And when I first played it, it didn't really have a lot of punch. So I used the transient master to add some punch to it. This is how that sounds. Let me just play it from right here. Then I found this tom here. Let me see. I added this tom. Actually, I don't even know. Let me see. There we go. So let me just play that. Add the tom in. And then I got this percussion here, but I don't remember how I used it. Let me see. Oh yeah. What was it? Oh, it's an octave down. All right. Now I'm gonna clean that. Got to clean that up a little bit, but let's just hear it within the track. Brought the hi-hats in. Right, so that's where I'm at now, and I don't know. This I was kind of trying to force myself to find some complementary sounds, but it got me to thinking that sometimes you don't always have to add stuff. You can kind of leave things simple as it is. And this track is kind of giving me that feel where maybe simpler is better. You know, the chords are strong, the snare is punchy. Maybe I can just find some, uh, some accent parts, and sometimes that accent piece is some percussion. Sounds like that. But sometimes they turn into more than just percussion parts. They become larger pieces of a track. So that's likely where I'll end up going. If I don't find something else. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, on to the next one. Thank y'all for tuning in. Stay positive, stay purposeful, stay creative, stay confident. Most of all, keep going. See you on the next one. MSM Audio.